Hello everybody, Andrew Geiwitz here with Living in Green Bay. Thanks for coming back for another video. Today we have an awesome opportunity to learn about another neighborhood in the Green Bay area. We are over on the east side in McAuliffe Park. I have a couple of my new friends with me, John and Katie, and they are going to tell you a little bit more about the neighborhood today in this video. Hello and welcome back everybody. Andrew Geiwitz here, your local real estate agent here in the Green Bay, Wisconsin area. Like I said, I have a couple of my friends here with me and we are talking about McAuliffe Park over on the east side of Green Bay. So why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves, tell them how you got to the neighborhood, and we'll go from there.
Hi, I'm Katie Pereira. I'm a resident of the McAuliffe Park neighborhood. How I got to this part of town was we were looking to move from the Milwaukee area, and I am a UW Green Bay alumni, so I was very, very familiar with the east side of Green Bay. And I knew that when we started to look for homes, I really wanted to stay on this side of town just because I had that familiar sense of where to go and what was where. And it was really great because when I was in college, this area was just starting to be built up. So when I came back, it was awesome to see how much it had expanded, and it really was a great fit for our family.
I'm John Crabb. I am probably one of the originals, I guess, out here. I grew up here.
OG!
I grew up on Superior Road. So I was here before the highway was built. I was here before a lot of these homes were even here. So I remember this being farm field and stuff. So yeah, a lot of experience that way. So I just, like I said, I grew up here. So once I got a job here, I was able to get lucky enough to find a house back in the neighborhood and stuff. So very familiar with everything. And, like Katie and I, everything is, kind of growing up. But, there's a lot of really nice features here that, brings back, like a big draw is having like Bear Creek right here, which is great.
Gorgeous.
Nice little oasis in the city, basically.
So. And as you guys are getting to know Green Bay better, these stories are actually like two of the main ones you'll find from people who are here. They either lived here a long time or they came here for one of the universities, whether that's UW Green Bay, St. Norbert, NWTC. One of these universities brought them here, and that's my story too, from the other side of the state. So you'll experience that a lot as you get to know people in the Green Bay area. Let's talk about the neighborhood makeup as a whole. What do we need to know about the neighborhood? What kind of people are living here? What kind of amenities or things are going on? You mentioned Bear Creek already, which is incredible. If you haven't checked that out, we'll definitely do a video about that. It's really cool. And other things should people know about the neighborhood?
Sure. Well, I would say probably the best part about our neighborhood is our location. We're located right off the freeway. We're right across from the industrial park. But then on our east side, we have farm field and open land. So we're kind of in a really great spot where we're not surrounded by so much noise and what's going on, but we have accessibility to a lot of great things. And then as John said earlier, to our north, we have Bear Creek, which is just such an untapped resource within our community. So many ways to use it, and they really do a great job keeping it up, and it's right here, literally in our backyard. I would say as far as families go, making up our neighborhood, I mean, it's really well-versed. We have a lot of young families. We have a lot of original members of this neighborhood and community.
You don't want to say old.
No, never. We have, single-family homes. We have multifamily homes. We have side-by-side. We have condos. We have an apartment complex. So really you're getting a great variety of age and a great variety of family types that are part of our community.
Sure.
Yeah, it's really hard to top that because it's pretty much everything right there. It in a way it is kind of like a little island out here in the city where it's like you don't have neighborhood on top of neighborhood, and there is that nice little break. Whether it's Mason Street with the industrial park and the highway, and then maybe like Huron Road to the east, but you don't have you know exactly kind of where you're at in the neighborhood and
Mhm.
stuff. And then just the opportunities, just you know, a lot of job opportunities in the industrial park there. You know, you got a hospital close by. You have, you know, stores, you know, and you know, as things are starting to grow, I mean, you're talking like little restaurants. You got like Uncle Mike's there. You got, you know, a nice mix between that commercial and the industrial, and then, you know, and then coming into the residential. But it just flows pretty smooth there and stuff.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
and you know, I got some, you know, the home improvement stores, which I've
Yeah.
frequented
Yeah.
a lot. You know, hop, skip, and jump. So as you're
Both choices, Home Depot and Menards.
Right. It's hard to choose.
as your plumbing project is sitting there because you need one part, it's easy to go and get it and come back.
Yep. Great location for all those kinds of things. I have a question for you. So I just was over in Kewanee the other day. How far is it from here to Lake Michigan?
25, 30 minutes, but it's a straight
That's incredible.
shot out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it when you're in Green Bay and you're experiencing kind of how spread wide it is, it's almost like an extra 15 minutes if you were to live on the west side to here. So if you're on this side of town, you can get to not just the bay, but actual Lake Michigan in a fairly quick drive.
Right.
And then you forget that because we're right off the freeway, we are one exit down from the Door County exit.
Yep.
So that's a very easy segue to get up to that part of town too. We get to cut off a lot of time from our friends on the west side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're looking at it on a map, Highway 43 is kind of your main road going all the way down to Milwaukee. You'll find this neighborhood kind of right off of there and right in the split of everything. So great location that way, which in real estate, it's all about location. So we like that.
Well, I think John would agree that we are starting to see a little bit more commercial build up
Okay.
around our neighborhood, which is great. There's a lot of opportunity for growth. There is a lot of vacancy too, which I'm hoping that soon a lot of businesses will be coming in, filling those vacant strip mall type setups.
Sure.
But also then just expansion. We have a couple great projects going over by Quick Trip on Huron
Yeah.
and Mason. Scott Subs is coming to our side
right.
of town, so now we don't have to make like the 25-minute trek to west of here. But I think people are really finding this area desirable. Desirable to really start a business or expand their business so they can bring those types of things over to this side of town. So I think really, I don't know if I feel like well, there is some residential expansion
Yeah,
going
there
on.
is. Yeah.
And John could probably talk better to that than I could, but I think the commercial will definitely go faster than the residential, and I think that's both a good, that's really a good thing. It's definitely not bad, but we also like, I think, our tight knit community, and we don't want to get too big.
Sure.
But there is always room for expansion, and I think we welcome that to this area for sure. Just because I think that people in Green Bay and surrounding communities and people looking to move are really seeing this far east side to be such a desirable location.
Yeah.
So I think the neighborhood association for us in particular is really important. We do have a lot of young families moving in, and I think it's important to keep everyone involved and really show that we are a tight-knit group and we're here to support each other, support the growth of our community, help create a safe place for all residents of all ages, but especially the children in the community. Especially when you have such a great park and you have a lot of great places that one day they'll hopefully be able to walk to and really build up the sidewalks and get it to be one of those, walkable type communities. Yeah. So I think our neighborhood association does a really great job of trying to keep everyone informed, everyone together, and informed not even just about events that we're putting on to, kind of do these meet and greet your neighbor type situations, but also informed about what's happening around us, what is being built, what is going up as far as residential homes go. So really just trying to keep everyone in the know of all the positive things that are going on in McAuliffe Park.
Right, and right along with that, it's, definitely could use a lot more members. There's still a lot of vacancies on the steering committee. These associations are great for liaison between the city and neighborhoods, and that we are able to get like an insight on things that are going on. This is a development that's being looked at, and it helps to have that group concept versus just that one individual neighbor or something. So you gotta resource there that kind of helps with that.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. A lot of these neighborhood associations, like this one too, are seeking to bring connection to the city, to the neighborhoods. I hope you guys get that when you hear these videos and awesome people sharing what's going on in their neighborhoods, is that there is a desire for connection and input and all of these positive things, and you can make a big difference if you're a part of that and being an informed citizen that way. So you definitely go for that. If you're thinking of buying in this neighborhood, let me know, and let's get you connected with them too. That goes into my next question, which is how can people get connected? Where can they kind of make that first step into helping and being more a part of the community here?
So to be involved in our association, I mean, the power of social media, you can find us out on Facebook. We have a Facebook group, McAuliffe Park Neighborhood Association.
Yep.
And really that's where a lot of our information goes through, our communications. We try to welcome new neighbors, visit them, give them some information about the neighborhood, give them all those important contacts, the email, the Facebook page. We do 2 newsletters a year,
Okay.
so we deliver all of those out to all of the homes in the area, so they have that contact information readily available. And really just saying this is how you get involved, and like John said, it's really strength in numbers. So anyone who wants to show up to meetings, they don't even have to say anything, but just there to represent, to hear what's going on, to pull in other people, just to really understand what we're trying to do, and have that connection not only to each other but to the greater Green Bay community.
Do you have a set location where you guys would normally meet, where people could find you?
Yeah, usually Rosati's.
Oh, yes.
On, Monday night, the third Monday of the month is 6:30.
Okay. Yeah, and if you guys are looking to get more information on the power of social media, obviously you found this on YouTube, which is great. More social media, digital media. We'll have all the links for this stuff in the description below. If you need any information, you should be able to find it through the links in the description below, and kind of grow and get to know these people and the neighborhood a lot better through that. If you are enjoying the video and you like my friends, feel free to give it a thumbs up, because we want the neighborhood to get some publicity. We want to share this information with everybody we can. So, give a little bit of love back by hitting the thumbs up button and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. We want to continue to make more content like this to just help people get to know Green Bay better and make the most of their time living here. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, that would be awesome. Okay, so maybe what are some final thoughts you guys might have as you're thinking of, okay, maybe this potential buyer is moving to the area, or you're talking to your friend about what you love about your neighborhood? What are maybe your final closing thoughts somebody should know if they're thinking about McAuliffe Park and want to hear something from you?
Sure. I would say what I mentioned before is accessibility. I think this neighborhood is just kind of the diamond in the rough, because people don't think about coming much farther east than 43, and we're a whole community built on the other side of 43. Yep. And we just have so much to offer, from the restaurants in the industrial park, the park, Bear Creek access, freeway access, some quiet space out to our east. The university's right up the street. I mean, there's churches, there's schools, everything is right here. But also, like John said, it's not right within it. You kind of have that separation,
sure,
but it's all right there. And I think that's really important, where you have that sense of neighborhood feel and the community feel, but you have all of the amenities right there at your fingertips, and everything's just not on top of each other. And I find that so appealing. I also really love that we have so many great things that we can walk to,
sure,
and that are less than a mile, half mile away. And it's just so convenient, and I'm really happy we picked this area. And I really have a hard time seeing myself moving away from the far east side of Green Bay, just because it is such, like I said, a diamond in the rough.
It's all about the location. Everything's right here. Yeah, there's really, it's a safe neighborhood. It's, one of those where you don't, you can let your kids go and, go in the park, okay, be back, back like when I was growing up, be back when the street lights come on and stuff like that, but,
sure,
and you have people looking out for each other too, which is really nice. And So it's it's great. Everything's there, or everything's really nearby, within proximity. So but yeah, you got that little bit of that island feel. You're not right on top of the other neighborhood and stuff like that. You know exactly where the boundaries are.
And I forget, that people often mistake us for Bellevue.
It's really close.
We are very, very close. But that also brings up another good point. There are some great things right down the street from us. The YMCA,
Right.
Bellin has a clinic right down
Yep.
the street.
Yep.
Prevea's right across the street. So the hospital
Yep.
is right down the road. So I mean, all of those
That's
things
Aurora?
too. Aurora, yes.
Aurora, yep.
And those are all things that people like to know and comfort them. That stuff like that they don't have to go far for, especially if people are, needing, don't have transportation or need to figure something out that's close. All of that is really right here for us.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, even the city in general, it's like got to put a plug in on the services and stuff. Everything's good with that. You're not additional fees for garbage. You don't have additional fees on, for, snow plowing or whatever. Everything. It's all inclusive, and got really good services, and and you can reach out and talk, contact those and stuff if there are any issues that come up. So again, that's another one of those things that's pretty good about keeping the neighborhood associations informed on things. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a big city, and you're getting to know it one neighborhood at a time here. But it's like they said, a diamond in the rough that is worth checking out if you're on the east side. If you are a student, you might end up living here. You never know. Or if you're a lifer, you might have already planted yourself here. But I'm sure John would be okay if you brought some more people and, moved to the area. So thanks, guys, for sharing about your neighborhood. If you guys like what John and Katie had to say, feel free to give the video a thumbs up. Also, come check out the neighborhood. It's very accessible, like they were saying. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video about McAuliffe Park here on the east side of Green Bay. And we will see you in another video of living in Green Bay soon.